Welcome everybody. Wednesday, June 29th, 4:25 p.m. Let me just take a look at the live to see if everything is working well. We are live. You can make your comments in the comment section below. You can ask your question. We are here for that. Okay, so this is good. This is good. This is working. So let's take a look at what happened in the stock market today. We are going to take a look at Tesla stock, SpaceX, the stock indices, which will give us an idea of how the whole market is doing. We are going to also take a look at gold, silver, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Let me maybe start with this. So we had the economic calendar. So the Fed interest rate decision is 375, but this is having an impact in the stock market. You know, it's not like the Fed has increased the rates. If it had increased the rates, then the effect down would have been even worse. But no, it's not that. But I still have to watch the speech. So depending on how he spun his decision, I think this has influenced the market. We can see a sharp drawdown, and we are going to take a look at this now. So Tesla closed at 398.32, down $9.12, 2.97% down. Post market down by 3 more bucks, $1 down also. So this is the daily chart of Tesla. So if we pull back a bit, yes, I have a lot of lines, but I need them. So basically we were going higher. We were into a bullish channel, and the bullish channel is gone. It's gone. Does not mean that we are going to drop like crazy. It just means that the move up that we saw, that started, we can say April of 2024. April 2024, so it's a long time ago, 2 years ago. So that big move is no longer valid. It's no longer active. It's no longer there. Since December of last year, we have been going down. Tesla stock has been going down right here. So the behavior that we expect for a stock that is going down, a stock within a bearish channel, the behavior is this: zigzagging between the support line, we call, where the buyers push back on the sellers, and the resistance, where the sellers push back on the buyers. So this is the expected move, and this is exactly what's happening. Exactly. You know, the touches, they align. This one is a bit far. They align. So, you know, it's not out of the ordinary to see Tesla go from one side to the other. Support side to the resistance eventually to the support eventually to the resistance. Sometimes it's slow, sometimes it's fast. And here we had basically a touch from resistance at the beginning of July. Boom. This one was fast. The move down was fast. So, but the move down, where is the move down going to? Well, the move down is going exactly on those lines. Yesterday, we were exactly on the line. Perfectly on the line. Today, we are caving in lower. So that's a bit of a concern. So if we get outside of this bearish channel, this is going to indicate that Tesla stock is even in a worse position, because this move down at this average rate might not be fast enough for the people that want to get out of that stock. And if that happens, when we start to get a few candles outside of this bearish channel here, support, then we could be having further move down. So that's not too nice for people that hold the Tesla stock. This is why we are watching this here. We are watching this so that we are not cut. So that we don't get cut like it happened in the past. You know, in November 2021 down to September 2024, Tesla stock went from 421 to 200 bucks, so 50% off. 50% off. So we were into a downtrend. I don't know about you, but on this channel we watch the trend so that we are not caught owning a stock that is into a downtrend. If a stock is into a downtrend, we don't need to own it, even though it's a great company. I'm pretty sure that Tesla, when the Optimus robot is going to come out, Tesla is going to be making money hand over fist. But in the meantime, we don't have to suffer a longer term or medium term, even medium term. We don't have to suffer a medium term move down. We don't have to. You can if you want. If you are a deep, hardcore investor and you can fathom the swings like this, that's fine. But on this channel, we believe that it's not the most efficient use of your money. When something goes down, we don't need to be a hero and hold on to it. We can just let it go, let it fall down, and come back up. So yeah, so the speech is done. So right now, we are barely outside of this bearish channel, so this is a concern. This is a bit of a concern. What is going to happen? Fortunately, we have a pretty strong support at 295. 295, you know, this number was helpful in the past. And today, it seems like it might want to become useful again. We closed at 298. This is $3 off of 295. But there's a distinct possibility that we can start bouncing at this point. So I would not worry too much today, at least, because we closed outside of this bearish channel. We have just a support at 295, a kind of strong support that was used in the past. So most likely we are going to bounce. Nobody knows for sure. I don't know for sure, but most likely we should be able to bounce. If we don't, then okay, something different is happening. The buyers that used to be there at 295 are no longer there, so that's a real concern, and we can chase this one down. But there's already a gap down. And we are pretty much extended. So, you know, our reversal indicator is pretty much stretched bare. We are very, very low. So a pullback up could be happening at any point. Let's take a look at SpaceX. SpaceX, what's happening with this one? We need to look at the 1 hour chart. So on the 1 hour chart, you see that we were coming down at this rate right here. Now, recently, yesterday, we started to go higher. We even got some momentum back in the stock. When Tesla is dropping, this one is holding flat at least. And so far, 111 is holding, whereas recently we have been coming down. So it does not mean that it wants to go up, but it has stopped going down for now. So we are watching. For those that like to buy on support, this is a buy on support, but there's no momentum yet. So maybe there's a further move down coming. Nobody knows about this, but at least it's not going down, it's going sideways. So we are here to notice the change in trend. This is no longer a bearish trend on the 1 hour chart. This is a congestion zone. We are going sideways. And even the last candle here is telling us that we have a long wick at the bottom. So we have people that are loading in at 111. This is not to say that more people are not going to start selling further down the road. That might happen, because tranches of stocks are going to become available for people that have some SpaceX shares pre-IPO. So these people are going to be able to sell, and there are some limitations. And I think the next tranche is going to happen in August. So maybe there's something new, some more offer are going to come to the market, and if it does, well, it could push the stock further down. But right now we are going sideways, whereas Tesla is much weaker. Let's take a look at the VIX. So the VIX is the fear factor of the stock market. When the VIX goes down, the stock market goes up, and the opposite is also true. And look at the VIX right here, 2065. The stock market is scared. The stock market is scared shitless. So going long into anything is not a good idea anymore. We are above 20. Anytime we are above 20, be scared. Be scared. It can go much higher. You see this? You know, we went up to 31, and as we move up, the stock market already goes down. When we reach above 20, this is even worse. So be careful going long, buying new stock. Be very careful about that, and start thinking about taking profit. You know, nothing wrong about taking profit. You don't have to sell everything. You can sell some of it. So the VIX is not looking good at all. Let's take a look at Dow Jones. So Dow Jones, yesterday it fooled everybody. We were starting to go down, downward trend, then boom, yesterday out of nowhere, it started to break outside of it. Today, boom, look at this, super big move down. We are still into this downtrend, so we could be expecting that the move could be doing something like this. So we could be having a smaller move down tomorrow. If we break this, then something else is going to happen. It is going to be out of character, because this current bearish trend is in character. So Dow Jones is moving down. What about SPX? SPX was already into a downtrend, so we could not be expecting it to go high that much. Maybe for a couple of days here and there, but not much more than that. We are into a downtrend, so don't expect something to do something like this. If it wants to do something like this, it needs to break the downtrend at some point. And this is not what it's doing. This is not what it's doing at all. If we take a look at the 1 hour chart, so we had the big gap down last Wednesday. We have been going sideways, and now you know, we are caving in. We are getting close to this downward. Well, we are pretty much at it. So downward support, we are pretty much right smack on it. Yeah, we are pretty much right smack on it. We have some other support here, other support that helped us here. So we have a collision of two patterns at the same time. We have this pattern where the stock is moving up, and we have this pattern where the stock is going down. So we are exactly there. So this pattern is telling us that we should be expecting a bounce up. If we don't have it, chase it down. Chase it down. This is not financial advice. This is pattern recognition. Pattern recognition. If a big support is failing, you can chase it down. What about QQQ? So this is the tech sector. Look at this one. We were going down here. We were going down. Then yesterday we were right smack on the support. It should have bounced. This is not bouncing. This is continuing down. So next stop should be 644. 644. So the stock indices are caving in. The stock indices are caving in. Nasdaq still into its downward trend. We could be bouncing on that one. Russell also into a downtrend already, and moving further down. Let me just do this. So yeah, so everything is going down. Dow Jones, Standards and Poor's 500, Nasdaq, Russell. What about, so all of the indices are going down. because we had a super big move up recently, this move down is, you know, is a little bit expected. But if it starts to become a bit too big, then we could be thinking about something else. We could be thinking about something else. Okay, so this is for the stock indices. So SPX is at a junction right here, so maybe there's a short right here. Dow Jones still has some move before the short. Nasdaq still some move before the short, and Russell also. So not everything is going. Not everything is catastrophic. This is what I'm trying to say. Into a downward channel, we tend to go down. Okay, so let's take a look at gold, silver, Bitcoin, Ethereum. How are they doing? So gold is having a hard time getting outside of its bearish trend too. So it has been going down since even here, since the end of January. End of January. So this is falling down at this rate, and you see it. You see how perfectly this is following this line. This is line, one line right here. You know, this is following, and it tried to go higher today too. It tried to go higher. We see a wick at the top, piercing through the bearish channel resistance. It's trying, but it's not succeeded. So we should conclude that gold is not ready yet. It's not ready. Gold is not ready to go back. We are not ready to go back into it. Gold is not showing us that it wants to go higher. What about silver? So silver, we have a big bearish channel also. Recently, we have been going down faster. Now we are pausing a little bit, but we still have an overall bearish trend. Temporarily, we are going sideways. We could be going sideways until the end of September, before we see any sign of it going up. So this is pretty much the worst case scenario. So yeah, silver is not interesting. It's not in the right trend. What about Bitcoin? Bitcoin, we are testing the waters right now as we speak. Bitcoin trend-wise is trending up short term. Short term, I'm talking about since the end of June. End of June, we have been trending up right here. But if we zoom out, well, Bitcoin has been going down since October of last year. It's been going down. And again, support, resistance, support. It's not even reaching resistance. So this is low. This is weak. Support. Okay, reaching resistance. This one was a stronger leg. This one not reaching support here. It's not reaching support. Okay, so we are seeing some strength. So gold has a little bit more strength. Instead of going down to that support, let me show you. Yeah, this is where we were supposed to go. You know, this is where we stop. This is where we stop. This is where we stop. See, we were right here. So this is where we used to stop. Now we are no longer stopping there anymore. The prices are not going that low. They came here at what? 62,000, went higher. Now 59, 58. But you see how it's tapering? This is a taper, you know, this is a taper. It's no longer going down at this pace. It's going down at that pace, which is a less steep pace. So this is, we can already see some slowing down in the actual move down. We cannot say that it's ready to be bought per se. You know, we need to start breaking above these trend lines. So maybe when we are going to start to close above 67,300 right here, 67,800. So these are the numbers that we are talking about. 67,000, then we can start thinking about getting back into Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum, this one also, okay, today is not the best day. This one also, look at this. Well, I'm going to say this one is even better than Bitcoin. This was going down at this rate right here, and we got outside of it. So the move down is that move down is over. Now we are starting to go a little bit higher. We started to go sideways after the move down. We were between 1500 and 1850. We were zigzagging between the two numbers, zigzagging, and now, okay, we are starting to break out. This was a breakout right here. This was a breakout. 1850 was broken out. We closed above. Now we are staying close to it, 1887. So it's not launching, but it's already a step in the right direction. So Ethereum is doing better than Bitcoin right here. And if we take a look at the Ethereum compared to Bitcoin, we see that Ethereum was caving in compared to Bitcoin. But since June of this year, this is Ethereum divided by Bitcoin. So Ethereum relative to Bitcoin is gaining strength. You see this here? This is strength, and this is coming from this. We are outside of its. We are outside of a bearish channel for Ethereum, and Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still into it. It's still into it, so it's limited in its ability to move. So this is interesting. Ethereum is stronger than Bitcoin. And if, I don't know if you know about Tom Lee, but Tom Lee says that if Ethereum starts to, because this is a more useful crypto with the smart contracts and everything, he expects, I don't know if this will happen, but he expects, look at this, he expects Ethereum to gain strength against Bitcoin. And there's a lot of strength it can gain, a lot. So this could multiply the move up for Ethereum. So we need to keep our eyes peeled for that. We are going to be watching this. But I'm telling you right now, Ethereum is not bad. It's not a bad buy right here. It's not a bad buy at all. We are above 1850. You can give it a go. Put a stop loss just below here. The last candle that we had today is not the best one, because this is the one that is making us close outside of the bullish channel. So I have to do something like this. So because of this candle, this is a little bit disappointing, but if we stay above 1850, we could be good. Okay, so yeah, that's it. So maybe something that was said at the Fed speech caused this. So we are going to watch tomorrow, but we know the numbers that we need to watch. If we break lower than 295 for Tesla, this can be chased on the way down. SpaceX, you can chase below 108.39, because we used to bounce on these. Bounce. If we don't bounce, we go 108.39. So these are the numbers. Let's take a look at SPX. So SPX, we are talking about 73.10. If we break that on the low side, this is going to look not too good. And let me take a look at Nasdaq. Yeah, Nasdaq, we are talking about 26,860. 26,860, then this is not going to look good. So we have our numbers. We just need to be calm, breathe, and see what's happening tomorrow, and then take action if we want to. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, You can become a YouTube member. I do 5 videos of like this a week. The 4 others other than Wednesday are for my YouTube members. So you can become a YouTube member and you get what? You get 4 additional videos like this per week. So it's 16 videos, and what I'm charging 50 cents per video, $8. So if that interests you, you can join in. We have also a Discord server. We have different offers that you can take a look at. So I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine si Dieu le veut.